Hey, what up, everybody? It's Nitro and Brat.
Hi,
Everybody. Look, we're just like Bobby Boucher. We got high quality H2O. So we got these jugs. And turn that one on, Mommy. Turn yours on. So what it does is when you pour your water in, it detects the water's in there, and then it oxygenates the water. So it adds pure oxygenation to the water. So when you're drinking your water, it's oxygenated.
Well, here, talk to him and I'll see if we can get it to.
Mommy's gonna. She wants me to talk to y'all. All right, everybody. Woo. Sorry, Nitro's in the middle of destruct mode. I'm gonna walk you around while she's getting the water. So here we are, everybody. Here's what it looks like. So, this is the new vanity. I'm getting ready to do some touch-ups, clean it, and then I'm going to do a clear epoxy over the vanity. So we got, everything's kind of torn apart right now, everybody. Here's the new shut-off valves. Mommy's gonna try and figure it out. I want to show you all what's going on. So we got the flooring tore out to put the new vinyl flooring in. So if you look, the homeowners before only put the shutoffs about 3 inches out from the bottom of the. So I've got to add about 8 inches of that. Ha! That's what she said. So yeah, I've got to add about 8 inches of that to get it up through the new vanity. So the new homeowners can actually shut off. Have the shutoffs where they're accessible. I actually had to cut the floor out of the old vanity to find the shutoffs. Pretty crazy, huh? So, did you get it working? You don't know yet. Bobby, you want to say hi, Bobby? Come here. Come here, Bobbies. Come here. You want to say hi, everybody? Say hi, everybody. My name's Bobbies. There's Miss Princess. Hi, Miss Princess. You're such a pretty girl. Bobby's such a good boy. Yeah, these two, man. I tell you what, when they're eating together, me and my wife can go stick our faces in their dog food bowls and eat with them if we wanted to. But we raised them from puppies not to be food aggressive, so what happened to Black Dragon? Man, I feel so sorry for him. But at one point, Nitro had to, I was babysitting a brother's dog while he was in prison. And it was a Rottweiler. And the Rottweiler was at my house for 6 months. He was living up in my crib with me and the kids. And all my boys were young at the time. So we're talking 2, 4, and 6. So at that time, I had owned a pretty large chunk of property, about an acre, and it was all fenced in, 6-foot privacy fence. And I was putting a pool in for the kids. So I had a Rottweiler, and his name was Bear. And then my buddy that was in prison's Rottweiler's name was Harley. Now we had all lived together for 6 months. I had Bear for, I think, 8 years at that point. He was an 8-year-old Rott. And Bear was a dog that I trained personally. So what I had to tear down 2 sections of privacy fence. I was putting a pool in for the boys so I could get it in and out with trucks. While I was doing that, my Rott would stay in the yard. He was trained. It was his property. He never left the property. But my bro's dog, Harley, he wasn't trained. So I put a big cable on a tree and left him about 35 foot of runaround space while I was putting this pool in. And the kids were helping Dad. They're little kids, 4 and 6 years old, helping me shovel sand and getting the pool set up. Well, at one point I looked over and one of my boys got too close to Harley. Harley knocked him down and grabbed him by the throat, and one of his fangs stuck up underneath his collarbone, and one went into the side of his neck, and he had picked him up off the ground and was shaking him like a rag doll. And before I could get to him, my oldest son, who was only 6, picked up a shovel and hit the dog in the head, and the dog released. So my son's blood was squirting out. So, me being a paramedic, I hurried up, took care of everything, calmed everybody down, got pressure on the wound, got him in the car, and got him to the hospital, which was less than a mile from our house. And then I come back home, and I took care of the dog. I pew-pewed him right in the yard. And then I had officers show up. One guy wanted to take me to jail. The other one knew me. He was like the beat cop. Old school, cool cop. He understood what happened. And he says, Steve, I understand, he bit your boy. You did what you had to do. You should have took him to the pound and had that done. But you took care of it on your own. And the other cop was wanting to cuff me and take me down. And at least my buddy cop, Mr. Robinson, wrote me a ticket for discharging a firearm in city limits. And that was it. Okay, and of course my brother that was in prison understood. Now I learned a lesson on that. That was my fault. Because I've been around, been raising and training dogs, and took care of wolves most of my life. Because I let this other dog come into my house and be part of the pack, right? So he was running around in the bed, sleeping with us, playing out in the yard with the kids. But when I chained him to that tree, he took that as he did something wrong, that he was being punished. Because everybody else was still running around the yard while I was digging holes, putting this pool in. So when my son got close enough, it was just like me, a dog, attacking another dog from the pack because he's trying to fight to get back in the pack. So I don't know if y'all understand that, but I've been raising dogs and training dogs. I've even trained attack dogs to be able to go on silent control, where you use a dog whistle to put a dog on somebody, and then you use the dog whistle to bring the dog back, and you could be hiding somewhere 100 yards away, and when that person comes out of that house, hit the whistle, dog goes, takes care of business, you hit the whistle twice again, the dog comes back to you. I don't do that no more. But being around dogs all this time, I finally come to the conclusion it was not Harley's fault that my son got bit, it was my fault, and I take the blame for that. And I feel horrible for having to put a dog down. But once a dog does that to a human being, a child, and gets that taste of blood, I had that fear in my head that at that point he might have kept attacking kids. So, but anyway, back to the water bottles. Does the water bottles work, Mommy?
So I'm not sure yet.
Oh. Well, let me see the water bottles. Let me see.
I have yours on the charger.
Mine's on the charger. So, all right, everybody. These are these high quality H2O oxygenated. They oxygenate the water for you. So.
Because it says it's supposed to bubble, and this one didn't start bubbling from the bottom.
Yeah, it's supposed to start shooting. It's supposed to bubble from the bottom and add oxygen. It's got some kind of diffuser in the bottom of it. Anyway, peace. Much love. I'm still on my fasting journey, about 30 pounds down. Carnivore diet. Brat's doing good on her cancer.
Supposed to do this.
It's shrunk. Hold on. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to oxygenate. So, all right, everybody. Much love, and we'll catch you on the next one.